This is my face before reading this book. And this is my face after. This was one of those books that you really want to like because you like the first book in the series, but you just can't get into it. It's just not as good as the first book. It has second book syndrome, or whatever people call that. It fell flat for me, and I'm pretty disappointed. And I mean, I'll still read book 3, but I'm not going to go rush out and buy it like I did with this one. What I loved about Article 5 was that it was really fast-paced. It was there was romance in it, and it kept my attention from the second I started it till the second I finished it. But this one, not so much. It was like, you know, I couldn't really get into it in the beginning. The first few scenes are kind of just random. I liked that it started from where the first book ended, started right back up, so there wasn't like time lapse, like kind of like, you know, Requiem or Pandemonium was like all over the place, but this one wasn't like this. It starts right from where the first book leaves off. The romance was kind of lacking. I'm a sucker for a good romance, and it just wasn't there. Yes, there's chemistry between Ember and Chase, but it just wasn't as good as the first book in that aspect. The main character also kind of drives me nuts at times. She did this in the first book too, but it's just like she has no common sense and no self-preservation at all. I think one time there's like a fire and she runs towards it instead of running away from it. Like, it just frustrates me. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Especially when, you know, you're being like hunted by the government. Like, as much as I wanted to kind of quit this book at some times, there were things that kept me interested and kept me reading. One of those things was I didn't know who to trust. There are a few characters that you meet, and they're just so mysterious, and I wanted to know if they were good guys or bad guys. There's also this idea of the person that's like assassinating soldiers, and you want to find out who that is. I also thought the world building is really nice. It is a dystopian. I like that the rules or the articles are all very developed. It feels real. It feels like it could happen. And it's actually kind of scary. I wouldn't want to live in that world. There's just also a lot of suspense in this book. She throws in a few things, a few loops and twists that you don't really see coming, and you just want to know if it's real or not, what's happening. And although, you know, I wasn't that attached to the main character emotionally, I did really want to know what was going to happen to her. That really kept me reading till the end. Overall, this book just was not what I expected, what I wanted it to be. As far as the cover goes, I don't really like this cover either. I mean, like, what is that? I mean, when I was reading it, I don't really remember them ever coming across a bridge like that. You know, I don't even think, were they even in a city? I can't remember, but I don't know. It just, I hate when books disappoint me like this. It's so sad, but, you know. So if you're going to read Article 5, go for it. Loved that book. So good, so good. But then just be prepared, book 2 isn't as good. This is my first book review in vlog format ever, and I really enjoyed it. It's a lot easier than writing up a post, so maybe I'll do more of these in the future. Thanks for watching.